Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment so you know when we release videos and you let us know what you think. Thanks again everybody. Happy 2018 and thanks for growing the channel with us. So, little minor breakout, not above the big area of resistance, but just above this little base, now back above the rotation zone. We're going to be watching for a pullback to see if this catches, especially right around the 24.58 to 24.73 level. See if it can catch it and sustain some traction upwards. If it can, our next target is around 28.48 to 28.60, end of a clear path, and the 50% retracement from the bigger move from the lows back on the 14th of December to the most recent highs on the 20th. So that's what we'll be looking for. If we can sustain above there, next target is 30.37. And then we have a cluster right around this 31.74 area. If this does not hold, watch for support to come back in at about 2,300. And if that doesn't hold, then key support is going to come in around 21.75. Checking in on the daily for Bitcoin Cash. Back above the rotation zone. This is the first move back up, so let's see if it can sustain that or not. We'll be keeping an eye on that. If it cannot sustain this move back up, then again we'll be watching for the lower prices longer term. Switching over Bitcoin Gold 4-hour chart. Bitcoin Gold, all right, back above the rotation zone, also breaking out this little horizontal channel, reaching up, attracting a fair amount of sellers. We had a defining point right here, which is one of the targets when we get above a trend line. Let's see, that defining point was 261.26 and the most recent high 261 even, so pretty close match there. It's got to get above that defining point. Then we'll be watching for a return. Let me fix this level over here. We'll be watching for a return to the end of this clear path and the flattening 200 right around 271 to 274. Then above that 279. Again, we're not using extended targets for any of these because we're in a major consolidation and congestion area and we haven't been able to see this really get any traction. If the rotation zone, we got the first cross right here with key support coming in about 242 to 244. If that does not hold, watch for a return to 232, and then if that doesn't hold, about 219 to 216 is going to be key. Here's when the issues. Look at the daily. We're still against the rotation zone, so you're spiking up in here. We have to get a close above this rotation zone so it can get some traction. This is now key resistance. Key resistance is around 263 on the daily chart. So watch for a close above there, and hopefully that can get it some traction moving higher. Finally, over to Bitcoin, nice ignition bar. This is what we mean by a really nice ignition bar. Running up, then hitting the 50% retracement level. Key target spin on the charts, virtually lining up with the end of a clear path. The end of the clear path was about 15,357. The 50% retracement, 15,295. What was the high here? 15,285. So running up there. Now we're going to watch first cross rotation zone. We want to see if this does hold. It can come back, kiss the trend line goodbye. Catching on the first cross rotation zone, we're going to see if that can hold and then push higher. So watch for key support coming in about this 14,150 with the rising rotation zone, seeing if that holds. If we get another close back or a move back below 13,730, not looking very good, then we'll be watching for it to return to 12,997 on the first major next downdraft, and then we'd be watching for it to return to that 11,848. If it can continue higher, getting above this 15,295, then the next major cluster area is 16,268 to 16,644 right in here, which is just above a clear path, and it lines up with this prior breakdown zone. So you had support, 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 moving through there. Then it became resistance, so that's going to be key resistance again, and that's also the 62.5 retracement from this last major sell-off, which we've talked about multiple times, that we're not getting really bullish back on Bitcoin until it can prove it can get and hold above the 62.5% retracement level, which is a key GAN level for all major sell-offs that we've talked about in the past videos. Checking in on the daily. See here, this is forming what could be considered a pretty large double bottom. Let's see if it fits into our categories, and not really, it does not fit into our categories of double bottom, so we would not use our targets with it. Although the peak of this double bottom is coming in right at the 62.5. So if we do get the key close above this, a lot of people will trade this as double bottom. We'll just trade this as a return to the end of the clear path, which we'd have a target right up here around 19,210, but that would be on a closing basis above this peak, which it currently is at 16,494. So nothing else to do there. You see now we're holding right at this 50 exponential moving average. So we're just going to watch to see how much this can run up, and if it can sustain somewhat some upward move. We still don't have the first cross the rotation zone back on the daily, and we're just in big congestion. So again, this can travel up and down, but until it gets out of this big congestion range, there's only really some scalp trades that can be done. That's what we have for you on the Bitcoin series for tonight. Hope everybody's started off having a wonderful 2018, and we will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.